Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's live stream broadcast of some Greater St. Helens League boys basketball action in the 2A classification. It's the visiting Washougal Panthers taking on the R.A. Long Lumberjacks here at the Lumberdome. Good to have you with us. Nick Sisson on behalf of N2 Media saying what's up, y'all. Got ourselves a good game going on here tonight. R.A. Long comes into this one 3-0 so far on the very young season. Coming off a win against Hawkinson the other day on Tuesday, 86-41 down in Hawkinson. Washougal comes to town here with a 1-2 record overall. This is their fourth consecutive road game to open up the season. They lost their first one at Fort Vancouver, came back to win at Woodland, and then most recently Tuesday lost at Columbia River 77-48. We're going to have the national anthem here. National anthem seems a little baseball-ish. It kind of and it didn't sound quite like an organ, but you know what I mean for those who listen to a lot of national anthems. Just about set here for pregame introductions. Again, R.A. Long 3-0 on the year. Washougal 1-2. Washougal has a fairly young roster as well as the R.A. Long Lumberjacks. Only 3 rostered seniors for the Panthers and 4 rostered seniors for the Jacks.
A big hand for tonight's officiating crew, Mr. Jim Appleby, Mr. Eric Cheatley, and Mr. Ryan Chinchin.
Round of applause for the local officials here from the Lower Columbia Officials Association.
Positive tonight with your actions and words, and to always be an encouraging example for everyone around you to follow. Thank you from R.A. Long High School and the Greater St. Helens League. Before we get to our starting lineups, it's time to meet tonight's courtside attendance, sponsored by Right Line Equipment, the right tool for the job, and by Servpro of Longview Kelso, like it never even happened. Let's have a huge Lumberdome welcome for tonight's Junior Jacks, keeping the floor clean and sweat-free, ladies and gentlemen, Bobo Gratian and Keegan Grady.
I'm assuming they're on the other end of the court.
And now let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Washougal Panthers, as announced by head coach A.J. Labrie. At guard, a 6'1" sophomore wearing number 1, co-captain Coleman Multanen.
Coleman Multanen, the first starter for Washougal.
A 6'3" sophomore wearing number 2, Dylan Gibson.
Number 2, Dylan Gibson.
At guard, a 5'10" senior wearing number 13, co-captain Alex Frost.
Number 13, Alex Frost.
At forward and guard, a 6'3" senior wearing number 15, co-captain Jackson Multanen.
Number 15, Jackson Multanen.
And at forward, a 6'3" junior wearing number 21, co-captain Travis Lundberg.
And Travis Lundberg rounding out the starting lineup for the visiting Washougal Panthers, as coached by A.J. Labrie.
The Lumberjack Lumberjill statues in the corner, casting down the protective enforcement fortuitous gaze over the surface of Joe Moses Court. In this, what the Seattle Times called one of the top 10 gymnasiums in the state of Washington, the jewel of 1939, your historic Lumberdome. I ask you, Lumberjack Nation, as you rise to your feet, don't you know what time it is? It's 7:03 p.m. and it's time to get a little bit jacked up. Here are the starting lineups for your, say it with me, R.A. Lumberjacks.
Thunderous round of applause.
And a 6-foot senior, wearing number 1 co-captain,
Number 1, Peyton Thill.
6'1" senior, wearing number 11 co-captain, Jenkins.
Number 11, Trey Jenkins.
6'4" junior, wearing number 21, Joshua Crane.
Number 21, Joshua Crane.
And guard, a 6-foot junior, wearing number 23, Landon Irwin.
The Crocodile Hunter,
And
Landon
at the
Irwin.
post, a 6'9" junior. Ari Long owns the gym and he owns the pain. Number 34, Rhett Young.
Lumberjacks coached by Jeray Key, his 7th year as the lone frontman for the R.A. Long Lumberjacks, 12th year overall in the program. Rhett Young back into the lineup, his first action here at home for his junior season. Missed the home opener against Seton Catholic, but here in the flesh, ready to go, and he's going to jump it up against number 21, Travis Lundberg of the Panthers. And the Panthers come away with it, and off we go. Opening possession here at the Lumberdome. Washougal taking on R.A. Long. Gibson gives it up, driving now inside is Frost. Shot is good for number 13, Alex Frost.
Frost for 2.
2-0 Washougal here in the early going. Jacks working around the perimeter, now to the corner, back out, far wing, Phil with it. 11 on the shot clock here. Now in the near corner, Jenkins bounce pass feed inside, skip pass far side, Crane with it now. Crane gets it up top, 3 on the shot clock, a deep possession, a runner from behind the line draws rim, tapped around, and Phil controls after the ball kept alive there by the Crocodile Hunter, and he throws that one away and out of bounds into the Washougal bench. Turnover, R.A. Long. Exactly 1 minute has gone by so far here to start the ball game. Jacks applying some pressure, and into the front court, a 3-ball is up and down. This time it's Jackson Multanen, 5-0 Washougal. These two teams split the season series last year. Jacks more than aware. Phil for 3, his second 3 attempt is no good. Offensive rebound tracked here on the near side by Crane. New life for the Jacks on this possession. Rhett Young feeds it near side. Ball stripped away, dribbled around, and diving to the floor is Landon Irwin. He comes away with it. Irwin for 3. Crikey! The Jacks' first bucket goes to Landon Irwin. 5-3, Washougal with the lead. Good three-point line defense there. Skip pass somehow got over Jenkins. A 3 by Multanen. His second triple gets it right back for the Panthers. 8-3 Washougal. Jenkins pump fakes, pivots out. Thill for three. Yes. Python Thill. Now 1 for 3 from the field. All attempts from three-point land. And we've got a timeout here. Washougal right near half court.
30-second timeout.
It's going to be a 30-second timeout. 8-6 Washougal. A lot of action going on around the state of Washington here tonight for basketball. Mark Morris over at Mark Morris High School. We're going to be there tomorrow for a girls-boys varsity doubleheader between the Kelso Lassies and the Kelso Highlanders taking on the Mark Morris Lady and Male Monarchs. Ladies tip off at 5:30, and the boys will tip off at 7 o'clock. Bill Backamus Enshrinement Night at Mark Morris High School tomorrow. Back to action after the 30-second timeout. And Washougal turns it over. Thill with great pressure defense on the ball. Comes away with it, leads the break. Out of the corner, Crane finds Thill. Thill rotates it. Passed up an open shot there, but good patience. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Crane dials it up from long range. No, it rolls out. Rebound Lundberg for Washougal. This is Coleman Multanen with it, being guarded by Jenkins. Good switch on defense after the screen. Young comes up. This one's poked away by Irwin. Crane controls. Back-to-back turnovers for the Panthers. Zone defense here being played by Washougal. Back to the near wing. Bounce pass to the corner. Young. Double team, throws it inside. No one home for R.A. Long. Turned over back to Washougal. Pressure defense, ball poked away by Irwin. Irwin gathers, goes up, and ties the ball game. Crikey. Ball out of bounds, and Cam Newsom is going to check into the ball game for Peyton Thill. 3:52 to go. Tied up at 8. Advancing pass, no one home for Washougal. And the player is back down here on the near side. Silence comes across the gymnasium. It's Joshua Crane who is down, and Jeray Key comes over, and he's up. Helped up by Young and Jenkins, and looks like he's going to have to maybe shake the cobwebs out as he enters your picture here. He's going to head off the court and go to the trainer's room. So let's hope that he's all right. Did hear a little bit of a thud, so a good chance he might have banged his noggin off the court. 8-8, Lumberjacks with the ball. Cam Newsom, a transfer from Prairie High School, getting comfortable here in the system and coming off the bench. Strong option. And we got a foul on the drive against Washougal. It's going to be called against Coleman Multanen, and that's going to be his first, and it's the first team foul. I think it's the first foul of the game, yes. Young will inbound it for the Jacks. Jenkins trying to go back inside. Great denial defense there by Lundberg, and Lundberg stumbles away and loses the ball. Young gets it back. Jacks still looking for their first lead. Jeff Rookledge for the lead. Yes. Jeffrey Rookledge. Another one of those talented scorers off the bench. Hits his first attempt, and he's pressuring the ball. And nearly a backcourt violation, but they didn't advance it across. Going inside, Young goes straight up. The ball's thrown out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by the Jacks. Crane has rejoined his teammates on the bench, so that's a good sign for the Jacks, and they enjoy their first lead of the ball game here, 11-8. Multanen inbounds it, floats it, nearly stolen away by Irwin. Good pressure defense in the corner. Bounce pass a little bit deeper, trying to work down to the block, unable to. Young with great defense. Wow, tougher shot hit there by Jackson Multanen. Rookledge, yeah. Immediately catch and shoot, nothing but net. And now we've got a whistle in the backcourt. Traveling is called on Jackson Multanen. He's got 8 of the Panthers' 10 points. Phil back into the game for the Jacks. Rhett Young will sit down. 2:29 to go first quarter. Tight ball game here, 13-10. 2-3 zone here extended for Washougal. Jacks looking to find some cracks in the armor, and that one's tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Luca Di Giacomo. Still looking to get it in. Goes all the way to the backcourt to Newsom. Newsom fires a pass inside to the high post. Jenkins goes up and snatches it. Rookledge finally hits rim and misses this one. Offensive board, though, by Newsom. Good look, though, by Jeff Rookledge. He's the shooter that will help break the zone and soften things up down low. And this one is nearly thrown into the backcourt. Irwin retrieves. Still plenty of time for the Jacks on the shot clock here. 17 on the shot clock. Phil nearly traveled, bounce passes it inside, and Jenkins nearly travels. Irwin head fakes, gets it back to Phil. 5 on the clock. Irwin goes to work baseline, gets under the basket, misses the shot. Newsom goes up and taps it around, and a battle for the loose ball on the floor. Jenkins and Newsom tied up together, and it's Cam Newsom who comes away with it and dribbles it out. A long possession opportunity here for the Jacks. Rookledge for 3 from the corner, and this one rattles out. Lumberg is there for the rebound for the Panthers. Nice drive all the way. That is Coleman Multanen, excuse me. 13-12. Jenkins skips it. Newsom for 3. No. Lumberg secures another rebound. Multanen has it blocked by Rookledge, and it's tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Washougal. Crane back into the ball game for R.A. Long. He'll check in for Tremaine Jenkins.
Crane back in the ball game for the Jacks. Replaces Jenkins.
Nice feed, and a runner is good. That is Sierra Bell. Panthers reclaim a 1-point lead here. Irwin for 3 in the corner. Looks long, and it is. Multanen with the rebound. 6 on the clock. Nice feed down low. Lumberg all alone, and the bucket is good, but we do have a foul called, and they're going to say count the bucket.
Lumberjack foul number 2, Newsom. First team foul of the quarter.
No, I thought he said count the bucket. Lumberg goes up, misses that one. So it'll be interesting to see. They didn't increase the point total there. I thought I saw the official give the count it signal. But for now on the scoreboard, it says 14-13. So indicator is that that shot will not count for Lundberg. But a great opening quarter here for the Washougal Panthers. They're on the road. They're leading this one by 1, 14-13. Jackson Multanen with 8 to lead the Panthers. Only 3 Lumberjacks scoring there in the first quarter. Irwin with 5, Rookledge with 5, and Phil with 3. So a little bit of a feeling out process here. And it's going to be RA Long basketball to start the second quarter. Newsom will bring it up for the Jacks. And he drives inside. A foul is going to be called on the floor.
Panther foul number 10, DiGiacomo.
And Luca DiGiacomo picks up the foul. And they need to reset the fouls there, and they do. It'll be the first team foul. Newsom gets it into Irwin. Jacks have settled for a lot of perimeter looks here in the early parts of the ball game. See if they can't work it inside. Thill for three. As I say that, he hits. Peyton Thill with a triple, his second, and the Jacks take a 2-point advantage. Drive, dish off, shot up, and good. That is Jay Vasquez with the bucket, ties it up. Rookledge skips it. Newsom for three. No hesitation. Hits. That's Cam Newsom's first basket of the game. Jack's starting to heat up a little bit more here from distance. And that one's read beautifully by Phil, and he goes up and lays it in off the glass. Great defense there and anticipation in the passing lanes by Peyton Phil. Pass down low and a foul before the ball got there. It's going to go against Landon Irwin. That's going to be his first personal and the first Lumberjacks team foul. 21-16, RA Long on top here. And Rhett Young checks in for Irwin. It'll be Jackson Multanen inbounding it for the Panthers. Shot up, no good. Rebound, Young, and he's fouled. Loose ball fouled there on Luca DiGiacomo.
Second personal, second team foul of the quarter.
DiGiacomo. Have to learn that one. Video is delayed from audio. I don't know why that would be. And a whistle and foul after a turnover.
Lumberjack foul number 1 and Phil. First personal, second team foul of the quarter.
I'll have to try to see if I can check that out at halftime. Dribble in and a shot from the elbow. Long rebound pulled down by Young. Newsom, pass to the top, nearly stolen, gets it back for three. No, it's over the glass and out of bounds.
Over the backboard and out of bounds, Panther basketball. Coleman
By 10 seconds.
Replaces DiGiacomo. Jenkins back in the ballgame for the Jacks. Replaces Rook.
Well, that's not good. Pass down low, stolen away by Trey Jenkins. Jack's trying to get out and run here. Thill back to Newsom, back to Thill. And they're just playing catch. Newsom for three. Yes. Well, they finally got an open look out of it. Cam Newsom with his second triple. Jack's hot from beyond the range tonight. And this one's out of bounds, and they're going to say off of Washougal. Turnover, double team pressure leads to the turnover.
Timeout, Panthers.
And we got a timeout, Washougal.
Timeout.
Let's come over here to the Washougal timeout here. I'll play a file here real quick, and I don't know if it's on my end or not, but
Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of R.A. Long and Mark Morris High School on N2 Media. Call financial advisor Ryan Littlefield at 360-916-4650 or visit him at 911 11th Avenue in Longview for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Does anybody else have any video, audio delays? It's kind of unusual. I've never had that before. And if I do, I don't know how to fix it other than restart the stream. (24-16), Jacks looking to pull away. Give themselves some breathing room to the high post. Nice feed to the low post. Jenkins just misses it long. Gets his own rebound, has it tied up momentarily, and now the ball's loose and picked up by Jenkins. Newsom feeling it. No. Crane taps it. Jenkins controls another offensive board. Phil drives, floats off the window, no good. Young goes up, count the bucket, and one. The Jacks dominating the offensive glass so far here in the first quarter and a half. Young with his first basket of the game.
Young to the line for the Jacks, shooting the N1.
Subs coming in here. Dylan Gibson and Travis Lundberg back into the ball game for Washougal.
Voices Bell and Vasquez.
And the free throw is good. It hits the soft spot on the back of the rim, and Young converts the three-point play. Pressure in the backcourt, foul's going to be called. And it looks like it's going to go against Trey Jenkins. That's going to be his first personal, and it's the third Lumberjacks team foul. 4:25 to go. Jacks lead at 27-16. Pressure defense suffocating here for R.A. Long, and Crane nearly came up with a steal. And this ball denied out of bounds on the pass. Washougal inbound it here. Reach in, Newsom. He's got hops, but decides to lay it up. Lost his footing a little bit there, but points are points. Up ahead, under the basket, Lundberg turns and shoots, no good. Tapped around, controlled by Jenkins. Jacks looking to run away with it here in the second quarter. Drop step hook, shot no good, foul called. Palms up by Lundberg. Didn't seem to think that he did too much there to deserve the foul called on him. And R.A. Long is going to keep the bodies fresh here and rotate in after the first free throw. Young rattles home the first. He's got 4. Rookledge and Irwin come back in. Phil and Jenkins check out. No doubt that this is the area that is the strength of the R.A. Long Lumberjacks, is the ability to rotate in 7-8 players. And they've got, the ability to apply a lot of pressure, play this full court press, and just wear teams down. Young did hit the second free throw, and the 3 is up, no good. Rebound chased down by Newsom. Long pass up ahead. Rookledge still with a dribble, finds the high post. Crane dumps it down low. Young threw it up, didn't know where he was at. Multanen brings it up. In traffic, has it stripped, it's out of bounds, it'll stay here.
Out of bounds, Panther basketball.
31-16. Young steps up into the lane beautifully, and now we've got a whistle, and a foul is going to be called away from the ball against R.A. Long. It's going to go against Cam Newsom, and Newsom picks up his second personal. He'll head out, and Phil will check back in after a quick breather. It's the fourth Lumberjacks team foul now. Cutter inside is Multanen. His shot no good, altered. Good defense down low. Young got his hands up. Shot no good. Rebound by R.A. Long. Phil drives past Multanen. Skips it here near side. Irwin for three. Crikey! 34-16. Shot passed up by Multanen, head fakes, leans in, throws one up wild, offensive rebound, put back no good by Lumberg, gets it again, and finishes this time.
Travis Lumberg for two.
Jacks fast up the court. Rookledge, no hezzy, misses that one. Ball loose. Irwin comes away with it, and he is fouled. Lundberg aggressive there.
Panther foul number 21, Lumberg.
Got a Panthers fan yelling travel.
Irwin to the line.
Don't know.
Lumberjacks.
Don't know about that.
Shooting
34-18,
two.
and bonus free throws here for the Jacks. Landon Irwin hits the first.
DiGiacomo back in the ballgame for the Panthers.
And Luka DiGiacomo checks back in.
Replaces Craig.
Heading to the scorer's table and into the ballgame is number 44, Sam McKee.
Replaces Lumberg.
Irwin hits the first in double figures. Team's leading scorer this year. Drive under the basket, ball thrown away to the far side, handed off Phil to Irwin. Irwin up ahead to Rookledge. Jeff ball fakes, gets his defender up in the air, throws it up with the left hand, shot no good, but Rookledge will head to the line. Smart play there by Jeff. And it's going to go against Jackson Multanen. And Jackson Multanen has been held scoreless so far here in the second quarter. In fact, it was 14-13. Washougal heading into this quarter. They've only scored 4 as the free throw rattles out for Rookledge. And Casey Crosby will check into the ball game for Jackson Multanen. Multanen getting a breather here. He's just got one personal. Rookledge's second free throw lined up and good. Jeff now with 6, and we're going to get a full charged timeout. R.A. Long takes the timeout. 1:43 to go before the half, and the Jacks lead it by 19. Very strong second quarter put together here by the Jacks. Kind of a similar story as to how it went down at Hawkinson before the Jacks came out and put a 34-point quarter together in the second to really create that separation. They ended up running away with it 86-41. Obviously a lot of time here left in the ball game, but so far the Jacks have already had 24 in the quarter, and they have free throws available to them. Same with Washougal, R.A. Long with 4 team fouls, so the next R.A. Long team foul will put the Panthers on the line. Jacks obviously not looking ahead tonight, but they've got a big set of games coming up here in the very near future. They're going to be taking on Columbia River next week. I believe it's next Thursday, I want to say. And that's down in Columbia River, and that'll be a big one. Early season big one, we'll say. Out of the timeout, pressure here by the Jacks. They're chasing around the ball handler. 3-ball up, good defense there, but the long rebound comes back to the shooter. McKee goes up, and he's blocked. Phil outlets it up ahead. Irwin goes up, finishes, slams into the padding for his efforts. Great job there by Phil to find him. Great job by Irwin. to convert. 12 now for Landon Irwin. Drive, shot, tough, good.
Alex Frost.
That's Alex Frost. Lob down low, Young catches, goes up, misses it. Retrieved though by Rookledge. Rookledge gets it to Thill, lob down inside, reverse near side, shot missed by Irwin. He might have been anticipating some contact, but didn't get it. 33 seconds to go here before the half. Traveling is going to be called on Casey Crosby, and it'll be turned over back to R.A. Long. And checking back in is Cam Newsom. 25.4, the Jacks can hold for the final shot as they lead it here by 19. Young pulls the trigger, no. Thill flies in, gets the rebound. Pivoting around down low, finds Rookledge for a Kentucky 2, and it's no good. Young fights in front of the buzzer, hits it just before the horn. 41-20, Young with 7 all there in the second quarter. What a second quarter it was for the Jacks. They score 28 in the second and hold Washougal to 6, outscoring the Panthers by 22. Yeesh. Well, fans, again, we want to thank our sponsor here tonight, Edward Jones, Ryan Littlefield, financial advisor. And we'll be back here in just a second after a word from our sponsor.
Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of R.A. Long and Mark Morris High School on N2 Media. Call financial advisor Ryan Littlefield at 360-916-4650 or visit him at 911 11th Avenue in Longview for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Welcome back, fans, to the Lumberdome. At the half, 41-20. Your score, R.A. Long with the lead. Fans on the screen, our social media tags. We just recently went over 1,000 total subscribers on YouTube, and we greatly appreciate all of your support to get there. If you're not following us on our social media handles that you see on the screen, go ahead and click the like, subscribe, follow. It's all free to do, and it helps me out. I can't play the audio in the background here, so I got to take it off, but here's a donation tag as well if you like what you see and you want to throw a couple dollars into the piggy bank for N2 Media. PayPal acceptable, Venmo preferred at N2 Media. Vaughn. I don't want you to spend a lot. Can I just get a hot dog and a Pepsi? Welcome back, fans. Here at the half, 41-20, RA Long. Let's go over the total scoring there for the first half. Landon Irwin leads the way with 12 points for the Lumberjacks. And Peyton Thill with 8, Cam Newsom with 8, Rhett Young with 7, Jeff Rookledge with 6. 5 different players scoring there in the first half. Playing and not scoring so far in the first half, Trey Jenkins and Joshua Crane. And for Washougal, Jackson Multanen leads the way for the Panthers with 8. And then Alex Frost with 4. Travis Lundberg with 2. Jay Vasquez with 2. Sierra and Bell with 2. And Coleman Multanen with 2. 41-20 here at the half. Well, fans, I'm going to take a quick audio timeout. We've got just over 5 minutes till the start of the third quarter, and we'll see you here in just a couple of minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lumberdome. Just about set to start the third quarter of action here between Washougal and R.A. Long, and the Lumberjacks with the advantage here, 41-20. Panthers start with possession, now working from left to right on your television or phone or tablet. Drive, Multanen muscles it up after the contact against Thill, and he scores now in double figures with 10. Jacks moving around the perimeter, now feeded on the far block, kicked out. Thill for three, falls down and hits it anyway. Thill continuing to shoot well so far this season. That's his third triple of the ball game. Multanen fouled. Trey Jenkins called for the personal. Score update from Mark Morris, where the Monarchs lead Woodland at the half, 39-18. Thank you, Jake Moe. We got a tough shot here by Multanen, no good. Thill drives and tries to dish it off to Young, and it's out of bounds. Turnover, Jacks. Backcourt pressure, Panthers get it across. Underneath the basket, left all alone is Lundberg, and he scores.
Lundberg for two.
Entry pass, near block. Young shoulders, goes up with the left, it rattles out. Irwin flies in, had his toe on the baseline. Him and Young both had a chance to secure the offensive rebound. Panthers ball. Streaking towards the hoop, denied by Young, and he snatches it out of the air. Gibson tried to test the big man. Thill tests his range again and hits. Python Thill with another. 14 now for Thill as he leads all scorers in the game and comes away with a steal. He's going to add to his total. Left-hand layup good off the glass. 16 now for the Python. And we got a whistle, and we're going to have a timeout from the bench. Washougal. How about Peyton Thill?
This will be a full 60
This will be a full charge timeout to the Panthers. Jake says Rams are on top 9-6. Oh my gosh. That sounds like a game that would burn my eyeballs. 49-24, Jacks lead it here by 25, 5:53 to go, third quarter. Again, fans, tomorrow night we will be live at Mark Morris High School. It'll be a big game there between Kelso and Mark Morris. Girls at 5:30, boys at 7. Before the boys game at 7 o'clock, there will be a ceremony christening the gymnasium named after long-tenured and recently retired head coach Bill Backamus. So you won't want to miss this one if you're not able to make it three-dimensionally. Tomorrow at 5:30 and 7 o'clock, doubleheader at Mark Morris High School between Kelso and the Monarchs. Out of the timeout, Panthers with the ball. Corner three near side is Long. Rebound tapped around, thrown back inside. Shot up and good from Coleman Multanen, excuse me. Coleman now with 4. Crane dribbles and falls down, looking for some help, finds it. Crane for 3. Yes, Joshua Crane, the sixth Lumberjack to score in the ball game. That's 3 points now for him. Hasn't shot much, comes away with the steal. Lurking up ahead, goes up and finger rolls it in. 5-0 run for Crane. Lead ballooning here, 54-26. Jacks continuing to apply the pressure. And a whistle, 10-second violation called against Washougal. The Jacks pressure leading to a turnover.
Lumberjack basketball.
Thill surveying the defense. Jenkins flashes. Now Jacks rotate it, far side wing. Thill picks up his dribble. Crane comes open. A couple of ball fakes, throws up a three, no good off back iron. Multanen with the rebound. Drive and a kick, a three ball by Jackson. Multanen's no good. Young with the rebound. Thill pushing the pace across half court immediately. Confident, hits another! 19 now for Thill. And the pressure continuing to be applied in the backcourt. Pass underneath. Lundberg goes up, misses the shot. Foul is going to be called on Irwin. Irwin given a couple of head looks over to the official. Eric Cheatley didn't seem to think that he did enough to foul him, but neither here nor there. Lundberg at the free throw line. And the first no good.
Lundberg at the line for the Panthers, shooting the second of two. Rutledge and Newsom back in the ballgame. Replaces Jenkins and Irwin.
Newsom and Rookledge back into the ball game. Irwin and Jenkins will sit down. Lundberg converts the free throw, now 4 in the game, 57-27. Young, far block, going to work. Nice move, finish with the left. The big man. You're allowed to use both hands in basketball, and I love seeing right-handers go with the left. Couple dribbles in, and Young blocks that one. Young leaking out ahead. Can he get there? He goes up, and he just misses it. Nearly brought the house down. Outlet up ahead. Multanen goes up and scores.
Jackson Multanen for 2.
Rookledge from behind the line. No. Ball tapped loose. Rookledge retrieves. Stripped by Newsom. Up and under. Shot no good. And a loose ball foul is going to be called against R.A. Long.
Lumberjack foul number 5, Rookledge. First personal, third team foul of the quarter. Bell back in the ballgame for the Panthers, along with Giacomo.
Young now with 9, by the way, after that left-handed jump hook in the lane. And this one nearly dribbled out of bounds. Nice jab right. Multanen goes up, foul called. And he'll head to the free throw line.
Lumberjack foul number 34, Young. First personal, fourth team foul of the quarter.
It's going to go against Rhett Young. It's his first personal, but the fourth Lumberjacks team foul here. And at the free throw line, hitting the first is Coleman Multanen. He's got 5. Young checks out. Thill checks out. What a quarter for Peyton Thill. 11 by my count. He's on a heater tonight. 5 3-pointers made for Peyton Thill. And Multanen's second free throw is good. He's got 6 now. Jenkins might have got away with a push-off. They did blow a whistle. Called it against number 10, DiGiacomo, Luca DiGiacomo. Entry pass swatted away by Frost. Multanen comes up with it. Panthers generate a turnover. And now the ball is poked loose out of bounds. Diving to the court is Newsome, and Newsome comes up with a smile, having some fun out there. 59-31 with 2:30 to go third quarter. 11 points so far in the quarter for Washougal. Multanen rips through, loses the ball, fouled from behind, and Trey Jenkins called for the personal. Free throws coming here as we're in the bonus with 2:24 to go.
Third personal, 15th foul of the quarter.
That is the third personal for Tremaine Jenkins.
Shooting 2.
And Coleman Multanen hits the first. He's got 7 now. One more free throw coming. Hits. Newsome gets around the defender, finishes strong. Ball tapped around, double team. Now tapped around again. Newsome got his hand on it and comes away with it. Newsome crosses over, has it poked loose, drop pass, creating some space. Count the bucket, and one is Tremaine Jenkins, his first field goal of the game.
Panther foul number 10, DiGiacomo, fourth personal.
DiGiacomo called for the foul, his fourth personal. 7 different Lumberjacks have now scored in the contest. And those are the only 7 to get playing time so far here in the ball game. As Jenkins converts the and one, now 3, and we got whistles. We're gonna have a substitution in for Washougal. It's gonna be Indiana Lockard checking.
Into the ball game.
DiGiacomo has to sit down with his 4 fouls. Double team. Newsome pressuring the ball. Nice pass here near side. Multanen jumps into a 3, no good. Ball tapped out. Multanen ends up with the ball again. Crane affects the shot. Nothing drawn there. Save goes in. Tough shot up, no good there by Lockard. Rebound dug out by the Jacks. Outlet up ahead near side. Crane jabs off the defender, pulls the trigger, no good. Irwin and Jenkins battling. Jenkins goes up. He's blocked from behind. Rookledge, little head fake up and under, misses, gets his own rebound. He's got every Panther in the lineup around him down low, and 3 seconds in, the key is called. A lot of spirited Panthers fans here screaming at the officials for the 3-second call. Robert Wilson checking in, as well as Devin Harris. So a couple of new Lumberjacks into the lineup here with 1:11 to go in the third. Lockard, nice feed, backdoor cut, airballed though. Multanen loses it on the rebound, and it's Lumberjacks basketball. Good shot though, created by Indiana Lockard. Newsome gets it across here for the Jacks. Picks up the dribble, and he is bodied, and a foul is going to be called. They got it against Cam Newsome.
16th foul of the quarter.
So free throws, I believe, for Washougal here. Yep. At the line will be Alex Frost, who's got 4 so far in the ball game. And the first looks short, and it is.
Frost at the line for the Panthers, shooting the second of 2.
Second free throw is good from Frost. Pressure leads to a turnover. Washougal taking a page out of the Lumberjacks book, but now it's stolen right back. Newsome sidesteps, misses the shot, foul called. And it looks like free throws coming here for Cam Newsome.
Newsome to the line for the Jacks, shooting 2.
33.5 to go here in the third as Newsom lines up his first. And it's short but rolls forward and drops down. Newsom now with 11. And this one short, this one rolls off though. And this one's stolen away almost. Last touched by Rookledge. 23.6 shot clock off here for Washougal. Bell looking to inbound it, gets it in. Multanen to Multanen, the law firm. Nice feed down low. Shot just missed by Multanen. Harris into the stat sheet with a board. Newsom, a three, no good. 6 on the clock, gets his own rebound, floats it in. Good hustle there by Cam Newsom. 1 on the clock, and the shot not up in time, and that's going to do it here for the third quarter. Cam Newsom adds to the Lumberjacks lead with that last bucket, and R.A. Long will take a 67-34 advantage into the final 8 minutes. Well, fans, we'll be back here in just a second after another quick word from our sponsor, if I can get my mouse to work.
Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of R.A. Long and Mark Morris High School on N2 Media. Call financial advisor Ryan Littlefield at 360-916-4650 or visit him at 911 11th Avenue in Longview for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Back here at the Lumberdome, 8 minutes to go in this one. R.A. Long so far with 3 different players in double figures. 19 for Peyton Thill, leading all scorers in the ball game. Cam Newsom with 13, Landon Irwin with 12, Rhett Young with 9. And on the other side, Jackson Multanen with 12, leading for Washougal. Lumberjacks ball as we start the fourth. Good action on the pick and roll. Devin Harris, the 8th Lumberjack to score, and the senior able to swish that one home. Shot from Multanen answered from a foot or two behind the free throw line. He's in double figures now with 10. Jacks turned the ball over, looking to go to Robert Wilson over there in the corner. Wilson got a hand on this one. Lumberg regathers though. Panthers move it. 3 ball is up and down. That's Dylan Gibson, his first bucket. Rookledge steps into a shot. Nobody guarded it, and that one's tapped out of bounds. Last touched by Young. Crane comes in, as well as number 3, Ethan Pitsley for R.A. Long. Frost fires a pass. Now kicked out near wing, a 3, no good. Loose ball gathered in by Washougal. Multanen thought about the 3, still has his dribble, being guarded by Wilson. Passes it down low to Lumberg. Lumberg turns and faces, throws a shot up, no good. Young with the rebound. Shot up, no good by Wilson. And a 3 ball is hit there by Gibson.
Dylan Gibson for 3.
Sorry. Trying to check to make sure my computer's not dying. Shot missed by Young. Multanen shot up, no good, but he'll head to the free throw line. Mark Morris on top 68-45
First team foul of the quarter.
against Woodland. Thank you, Jake, for the score update.
Panthers shooting 2.
And Coleman Multanen's first free throw bounces out. Into the ball game is number 15, Anthony Herrera.
Jacks replaces Young.
Rhett Young checks out.
Crosby back in the ball game for the Panthers.
Multanen misses the second. Harris with the board. Crane, a little out of control with his dribble, gathers, muscles it up off the window and in. Joshua Crane,
for 2.
outlet up ahead. Gibson can't control it. Turnover back to R.A. Long.
Lumberjack basketball.
Crane now with 7 in the ball game for R.A. Long, and he'll bring it across. Jacks lead it by 30 here, 72-42. Crane gets around his defender, misses the shot. Great move there by Crane. Skip pass gets here. Gibson for 3. Yeah, man, he's really come alive.
Dylan Gibson.
9 now for Dylan Gibson. Wilson crosses over, fouled.
Panther foul number 3, Bell, first personal, first team foul quarter.
DiGiacomo will come back into the ball game. And Caden Gibbons checking in for the Panthers. 4:58 left in this one. Fans, we got to think about a player of the game here tonight. We'll go through the total numbers, obviously, in the post-game report. Nice dime by Harris. Crane lays it in. So a couple of rebounds, an assist, and a 3 for Devin Harris here, maximizing his minutes in this ball game. Love to see it. Big brother Jamond in attendance here tonight. This ball's poked away. Up ahead is Harris. Pitsley might get a dime for this, and Harris lays it in. Harris with 5.
Harris for 2. Pitsley with the assist.
Love to see a bunch of guys get into the action. DiGiacomo had a shot go up and little contact there, no call.
Lumberjack basketball. Lockhart back in the ball game.
R.A. Long will have possession, leading at 76-45. Crane, jump pass. Harris penetrates, tries to drop it off down low to Pitsley. It's deflected out of bounds, last touched by the Panthers. Exactly 4 to go in this one. Pitsley to inbound it, looking for some help, floats it in. Crane manages to get to it. Wilson drives, has the ball slapped away and out of bounds. It'll stay here with R.A. Long. DiGiacomo with the good defense there. Still playing aggressive with 4 personals. Harris to inbound it now. Pitsley goes up, no good, it bounces off. Rebound goes to Gibbons. Lockard picks up his dribble. This is Gibson with it now. Gibson, who's already had 9, now has 12, all on made threes here in the 4th. He's got 4 in the quarter. Harris crosses over and picks up his dribble, finds Wilson. Now Pitsley with it, drives, kicks out. Harris, jump stop, gets underneath. Nice move, just misses the shot. 3 minutes left in the ball game. DiGiacomo goes up on Wilson, misses the shot. It's tapped out by Pitsley, controlled though, and they did reset the shot clock. Crane pokes it loose, trying to gather it. Does before it goes out of bounds. Settles for a 3. I say settles, but drains it. 12 now in the game for Crane. Another Lumberjack in double figures. 79-48 RA Long. DiGiacomo fumbled it, and it ends up working out for him. Gets it all the way to the cup.
DiGiacomo for 2.
Anthony Herrera goes up, finger roll, just leaves it long. Had an opening there. Gibson for his 5th. No. Finally misses one. Long outlet up ahead. Wilson feeds it. Pitsley up with the left, and he scores. And he's got some fans in attendance here that are super pumped up for him. 81-50. Shot up from DiGiacomo, no good. Ball tapped out, though, and a bucket is good from Lockard. Indiana Lockard with his first basket. 81-52, excuse me. Crane forces the action, misses the shot. Foul is going to be called.
Panther foul number 10, DiGiacomo. That's his 5th personal, and that is a disqualification.
And that is going to be the 5th personal on Luka DiGiacomo.
Wyatt Taylor into the ballgame for the Panthers.
Coming in is number 12, Wyatt Taylor, and also Sam McKee. 1:18 to go in this one. Again, fans, I need you to type in live stream comment section who your vote is for player of the game. I see one for Phil. Harris rebounding after the first shot. Came up with it, though. That's the important part. Crane gets another after the miss. And he hits. Now 13 in the game for Crane. Herrera doing a good job cutting off the drive on the far sideline. Pitsley into the passing lane, taps it into the backcourt. Pitsley playing great defense extended. Shot forced up, good if it goes, no good. That one by Crosby. Jack's pushing the pace. Harris drives and kicks. Ant for 3, no. Harris taps, but it's controlled down low by Gibbons. Lockard, pick and roll action inside. Harris trying to draw the charge, and he's going to get a block called on him. And free throws coming here for Washougal.
First personal, second team foul of the half of the quarter.
It'll be number 12, Wyatt Taylor, at the free throw line for his first free throw attempt. And the first one no good. Jake says Peyton.
Taylor at the line for the Panthers, shooting the second of 2.
David says Crane. Casey says Peyton. Free throw good by Wyatt Taylor. He's into the box score with 1. Jacks do not have to shoot. 15 seconds left in the ball game. 82-53 will be the final in this one. And now the Jacks student section dials up the I Believe chant when the horn hits. Kelso did it before the tip-off, so I'm just saying student section might need to step their game up. Final score 82-53. Lumberjacks win it. We got a lot of numbers to go over in the post-game report. But Washougal gave the Jacks I won't say a scare, but definitely got their attention in that first quarter. Panthers jumped out to a 14-13 lead after the first 8 minutes, but all Lumberjacks after that. Man, they must be wanting to get out of here in a hurry because they already turned off the scoreboard. RA Long now 4-0 on the season. They are 2-0 in the Greater St. Helens League. Washougal falls to 1-3 overall on the year. And they're 1-2 though in the Greater St. Helens League after dropping this contest here tonight. Peyton Thill for MVP from Matty Fierst. Uh-oh. Is there some bias there, Matty? No, he had a great game. Just kidding. Let's go over some numbers here real quick. We'll talk about it. For Washougal, Jackson Multanen and Dylan Gibson end up sharing the team high for points with 12 apiece. Gibson with all 12 of his in the fourth quarter on 4 made threes. Very impressive. Coleman Multanen with 10. And then I got Travis Lundberg with 4. And then Sierran Bell with 2. Luca DiGiacomo with 2. Indiana Lockard with 2. Jay Vasquez with 2. And Wyatt Taylor with 1. 53 total tonight for the Panthers. For R.A. Long, Peyton Thill with 19. Joshua Crane and Cam Newsom each with 13. Landon Irwin with 12. Rhett Young with 9. Jeff Rookledge with 6. Devin Harris with 5. Trey Jenkins with 3. And Ethan Pitsley with 2. 82 total tonight for the Lumberjacks in the victory. A lot of different players getting some action late into the ball game. I'd have to go back and check the film, but by my count, the only player that did not get in any action tonight, 2 players, were Brenner Coates and Asias Lindsay. I saw Lindsay playing in the junior varsity game. I don't recollect off the top of my head if Coates was out there or not. Either way, did not appear on the court. But a great game overall for the Lumberjacks after the first quarter. And, you know, it's going to happen. You're going to get tested at times. You know, anybody can beat anybody at any one given time. I think that the difference between some teams and R.A. Long this season is just going to be how they deal with the constant rotation and pressure that the Lumberjacks can apply and come up with guys off the bench. We saw Rookledge come out and immediately have 5 points off the bench. You know, they got these sparks, and last couple of games, Coach Jure Key has shown a lot of confidence in Peyton Thill, and Cam Newsom coming off the bench with 13 tonight. Crane started, ended up exiting for a few moments after taking a hard spill to the floor, finishes with 13. You got 4 different Jacks in double figures, and then you've got 9 different Jacks scoring the ball here tonight. So incredible balance overall for Jure Key's team. Again, they're 4-0 now on the season. I'll have to take a look and see. They've got Fort Vancouver coming up on Saturday here, non-league action. We will not be streaming that one, unfortunately. And then beyond that, they got a big game next week against Columbia River. And then they're going to come back and play at Kelso on December 23rd. That'll be our next R.A. Long boys basketball live stream. Will be R.A. Long at Kelso on December 23rd. So an early Christmas present for those who are interested in crosstown rivalries. But a good win overall here tonight by the Jacks. Good fight by the Panthers. I mentioned it before the game, if you were with me or not. The Panthers only have 3 seniors on the roster. So, you know, realistically, a lot to build off of, a lot of youth. You know, of the guys that are seniors, Jackson Multanen, one of them. You know, he tied for the team lead in scoring. The others, Alex Frost and Sam McKee. But Dylan Gibson, a sophomore, off the bench with 12 tonight. You know, you got some flashes of what the future could be. DiGiacomo, a sophomore. So a lot of guys getting some learning experience here. Travis Lundberg, a junior. Panthers have an opportunity to build on some stuff this year, and I would not be the least bit surprised to see Washougal in the playoff picture come end of the season. They have a realistic chance of maybe competing for that 5th place, 4th place spot. Of course, a lot of time left. Anything can happen, but with where they're at so far at 1 and 2 in the league standings and a win on the road at Woodland, I think anything's possible for Washougal this year based on, the bottom half of the league. I think there's a lot of winnable games with Hudson's Bay for Washougal, and even Hawkinson I think is a winnable game. They've already beaten Woodland, another young team, so things are in the pipeline for the Panthers. Fans, again, tomorrow night we're going to be live over at Mark Morris High School. More crosstown rivalry action. It'll be the Kelso Highlanders taking on the Kelso Lassies. Did I say that wrong? Mark Morris Monarchs hosting the Kelso Lassies, and the Mark Morris Monarchs hosting the Kelso Highlanders. Yeah, they have gender-specific mascot names at Kelso. So, 5:30 girls play, 7 o'clock the boys play. That's easier. We've got a doubleheader live stream starting at 5:30. Bill Backamus Enshrinement Night, so be sure to come on by for that ceremony and the ball game. It's going to take place just before the game starts at 7 o'clock. Should be a good one between a young Kelso squad and a fairly experienced Mark Morris team. And Mark Morris doing battle with Woodlands, and they were winning 68-45, so fairly similar-ish results so far here between the Jacks and the Monarchs. But no doubt RA Long's got a big one coming up next week. Obviously can't overlook anybody on the schedule, but easy to look ahead to that game against Columbia River. No doubt it'll be an early season benchmark for maybe how the Greater St. Helens League could wind up going. River figuring to be a top 10 team, at least in my rankings, and they return a lot of guys and had a guy come in from Skyview, so I think they're going to be a really good contender. Fans, it's time to name our player of the game here tonight, and it's none other than everyone's favorite Lumberjack. No, just kidding. I don't know if that's true or not, but one of my favorite Lumberjacks, Peyton Thill, just a guy who's quiet, goes about his business, and he went about it here tonight. Showed a lot of confidence running the offense, ends up with 19 points, had 5 3-pointers made, forced a lot of steals, and played really, really good pressure defense overall. So Peyton Thill, you are the live stream player of the game here tonight with 19 points, leading all scorers in the ball game, but doing a lot more than just scoring, and being a leader and getting the team in the offense and just kind of having an understanding of the flow of the game. And he obviously felt good tonight. We usually don't see him with such a quick trigger. It was really, really cool to see Peyton show that confidence and show that leadership. He's one of RA Long's 4 seniors and displayed his leadership capabilities here tonight. After a slow start by the Jacks, they fell behind 14-13, but they came back strong, putting up 28 in the second quarter, outscoring Washougal 28-6 to carry a 41-20 lead into the locker room. And they ultimately finished this one off 82-53. Well, that's going to wrap it up here from RA Long High School. Any minute now, Mr. McCabe is going to yell at everybody to go home, and that will probably include me. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream here tonight. Peyton Thill, player of the ball game. We'll be back at it tomorrow night at 5:30. It's going to be tip-off between Kelso and Mark Morris girls, and then at 7 o'clock, Kelso, Mark Morris boys. Mark Morris will be on the second of a back-to-back. I don't know if that's something that really plays into it too much like it does in high school versus the pros. The pros, you got to travel on airplanes usually, so, a little bit of a difference there, especially with time zone changes. But fans, consider a donation to your host at N2 Media. Appreciate all the support that I've gotten from all of you so far. It does not go overlooked at all. At N2 Media, Venmo preferred, PayPal acceptable. And again, fans, please be sure to follow us on all of our live stream platforms. It's free and easy. All you got to do is click a button that says subscribe, and you're supporting the live stream effort. And a lot of you already do that. So thank you guys all so much. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Tomorrow night, 5:30 and 7 o'clock, doubleheader from Mark Morris High School. Hope to see you all then. And I appreciate you coming out and supporting the live stream efforts tonight. RA Long wins this one, 82-53 over Washougal. So long, everyone.